Hello, Sinder here, and this will be my first commentary video. A video I've been wanting to do for a while now, just because I see it more and more often. Now, going forward from this video, I will mainly be doing commentary videos, commenting on things that happen in pop culture. Uh, Nothing political, not on my channel. Um, and yeah, and just giving you my take on seeing certain things that I see. This particular video, though, I've been meaning to do for a while now, but after I saw the Xbox showcase last Sunday, I was like, yeah, this is getting out of control. I really think it is. And from the thumbnail, we're talking about the female strong character. Now, I'm going to go back in time, if you will, to Disney's purchase of Lucasfilms and Kathleen Kennedy being put in charge of Star Wars. Now, I enjoyed The Force Awakens. I thought it was fun. It was, nostalgic a little bit, and I enjoyed it. That was good. That was JJ's film. I do like JJ, even though people kind of shit on him, but I think he does good stuff. His stuff isn't awesome, but he does good stuff, and I respect him as a director. Um, but I didn't see it then, but now I do see it in retrospect because, as we all know, the next two films were just bad critically, and well, I shouldn't say critically, but fan reception was not good for the next two Star Wars films. And Kathleen Kennedy making Rey, I forgot the actress's name, I'm sorry, the focus, and just making her, seem better. Better than Luke, better than Kylo, better than Palpatine, and didn't have to. Well, she did training in the second film, and but she seemed to pick it up like that. Where Luke took 3 films for him to become a Jedi, and yeah, like I said, didn't see it then. But now, like I said, in retrospect, I do see it. I was like, oh, okay, so she's just good in everything. A Mary Sue, if you will. So, go from that. And then, going back and looking at the last, 5, 6 years, seeing how more and more Hollywood, and now gaming, is just doing this thing where, the female lead character has to be good at everything. No struggle, no struggle, no hardships, no help, from a man, God forbid, and everything like that. Case in point, I wrote down some examples. I could have written down more, but these are just few that just popped into my head as before I was recording. And this is the Mulan live action film. Now, totally different from the cartoon version. And like I said, she really didn't struggle and just was good at everything, So, doesn't, to me, that sends the wrong message to young girls watching that. It seems like, oh, well, like I said, that. So, well, I'm a woman and I can do anything and I can be anything. Yeah, I mean, that's nice in theory, but that's not real life. What do you call it? You will struggle. Everybody does, and it happens, and to put that kind of idea, into a young girl's head, I think is, just misleading and it's wrong. Second example, the Resident Evil Netflix series, where, of course, yeah, 2 female leads there with the villain and the heroine, if you want to call it that. Of course, good at everything, you know, and Wesker, who is a favorite character of mine in video games, you know, I mean, he was just neutered, basically, you know, and that shouldn't be him because he's a great character, and I feel like he should have shined more in that series. I didn't even finish it, to be honest with you. Uh, so, another example. Now, probably my most hated example is She-Hulk on Disney Plus, where she just outclassed Bruce in every conceivable way. The Hulk, who is one of my favorite comic book characters, is just reduced to a bitch in layman's terms, and I'm just like, oh my god, what are they doing to this to my character? What are they doing? One of my favorite characters, he just demoralized and just making him not who he should be. You know, I talked to a lot of people who were comic book fans like myself, and they agree with me that I was like, what are they doing to the Hulk, man, in the MCU, man? Like I said, and we all see it, you know. And let me dive into the MCU if I can for a minute. Now, let's go. We all, I think, universally agree that the Infinity Saga was excellent. It is phenomenal, and I think we will never get that kind of run of quality, good, epic movies, you know, leading up to a big crescendo at the end where, yeah, that was, you know, it was worth watching all those films to get to that point. I don't think that'll happen again. That was lightning in a bottle as far as I'm concerned. I have not watched any of this current phase's films. I have no eagerness or want to go see them. I really don't. I have no interest whatsoever. Even though I heard Guardians was good, but I mean, I guess I'll wait till it's a Disney Plus and I'll watch it. But you know, again, not a rush to go see it. I'll see it when I see it. You know, didn't see Love and Thunder. Didn't see Ant-Man. You know, Marvels. I'm definitely not seeing. And yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I don't even watch Secret Invasion, which is another Disney Plus show. And I like Sam. I like the Nick Fury character, but I have just lost my love for these films, you know. And this is part of the reason, you know. She-Hulk, making Bruce look stupid. Captain Marvel, who I enjoyed the first film. I thought it was nice. You know, it was very good. You know, but now this is like, I don't know if it's Feige's decision or just the way she was written, but she seems like to be like the A1 hero moving forward. Now there's no Cap, there's no Iron Man. You know, and it's just like, I was like, okay, so she's gonna be the leader of the Avengers, I take it, you know, going forward, you know, which I don't know, just seems wrong to me, you know. I know, and they're making her out to be the most powerful being in the MCU. I'm like, yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know how I feel about that. I really don't. But you know, it seems like they were good. You know, look at it. It seems all these females or heroes are popping up, you know, in this phase, like the Echo series that's gonna come out like in a couple months or whatever. No interest in that. What you call it? What's the other one? Oh, Miss Marvel. Yeah, which is what's it? Didn't watch that. No interest whatsoever. What you call it? And I did torture myself and watch the second Doctor Strange film, The Multiverse of Madness, where I do like Wanda as a character, you know, but I feel like she probably shouldn't have been in that film. And of course, you know, Doctor Strange was like a side character in his own film because it was centered around America Chavez or whatever, you know. I'm just like, why? I don't understand. This is a Doctor Strange film, right? Where am I? I don't know. It's ridiculous. I don't understand. And what do you call it? And like I said, and there's more and more examples. Hollywood is doing this thing because they want to send a message, that women can do anything better. But I also think there's a lot of women who are in Hollywood, behind the scenes, like the Kathleen Kennedys of Hollywood, who, pushing their agenda instead of just looking for a great film, a great story, I should say, that they can tell, and even was it the Lord of the Rings series? Yes, the Lord of the Rings series, where that character, I didn't watch it, even though I love Lord of the Rings, but I didn't watch it because it centered around that girl character who just did everything and was a bitch and, and just did whatever she wanted. Like I said, sending that message. Just like, oh, I'm a woman. I can do anything. It's, ridiculous. Now, fast forward to last week where the Xbox showcase, because I am an Xbox fanboy, don't get me wrong. So I was eager to see what they are bringing to the table, because it's been a while since I've played something new from Xbox, So, got up, turn it on YouTube, put it on my big screen, watching it, man, and there were some games in there I like, but afterwards, thinking about it and reflecting, seeing how, okay, I like Star Wars, but then the new Star Wars game, Star Wars Outlaws, looks like your hero will be a female, and I'm like, okay, it kind of looks like they took Star Wars 1313. I don't know if you guys remember that on my video game junkies out there. That was a Star Wars game that was canceled. But it looks like they took that and just kind of swapped the guy out for a female. It's like, okay. I have no problem playing with a girl. Actually, let me stop lying. Like I said, depends on the story and how she's portrayed. Let me put it that way. But they should give you the choice, if you want to be a girl or a guy in any game. I think that's just fair, shouldn't force one sex or another, down our throats. It's like, ugh, God. That's just my personal opinion, so I take it. And then the show opened up with Fable, which I am a fan of. I love the first 3 games, and I'm waiting for them to make another one. And from what the cinematic trailer that we saw, it looks like, yeah, we are going to be playing with a girl. But I hope we can choose. Like I said, it wasn't made clear because we didn't see any gameplay. It was just cinematic. So I was like, oh, okay. So we're doing that now. All right. Then I'm going to get to something that's not out yet. It probably won't be out for a couple of years, but that is GTA 6. I love Grand Theft Auto, ever since 4? Yeah, because I didn't play 1 and 2 and 3. Yes, ever since GTA 4, played all of them, bought all of them, enjoyed all of them, and then it looks like from the leaks that we're going to be a female. Now, again, I hope we get the choice, because I would like that. I don't know how I feel about being a girl in the GTA. That's just me, my personal feeling. You should give us the choice, And I don't like the direction entertainment is going in this, There's another one. Oh, I should have my notes. Got my notes on my screen here. That was the Little Mermaid that came out a couple weeks ago. Of course, I didn't see it and everything, but and it has nothing to do with race or anything like that. But totally changing the story. How Ariel, God, and she saves the prince. She saves him. And then the big boss fight. Of course, she wins. This is just what I've seen from other YouTubers who do this kind of stuff. Speaking of which, another reason I did this, because 2 of my favorite channels, which is Critical Drinker, and It's a Gundam, they both did videos this past week on this subject. So, not to, copy them or anything, but it is something I've been thinking about for a while now. And I, feel the same way they do. And to show you that I'm not a total sexist, I will give you examples of good written female characters. Ellen Ripley, Alien; Sarah Connor, Terminator; Buffy Summers, Buffy the Vampire Slayer; Clarice Starling, Silence of the Lambs; Princess Leia; Dana Scully from X-Files; The Bride from Kill Bill; Uma Thurman's character, who never had a name. All of those women I just mentioned. Well written, well crafted characters. And they weren't Mary Sue's. They didn't just kick ass from the door. Ellen Ripley, she went through struggles. It's not like she just beat the shit out of the aliens. She had to think, she had to outmaneuver. For the Sarah Connor, again, think about that prison scene in T2. She didn't just beat up people. I mean, she was sneaky, conniving, and and resourceful. That's how she got out of the prison. Buffy Summers, again, she kicks vampires' ass, but then she gets her ass kicked too. Clarice Starling, lot of times she's vulnerable in that movie, in Silence of the Lambs, from a mental aspect and from a physical aspect. Well-written character, but she overcomes. She gets through the adversity, the struggle. Princess Leia, Yes, I know she's a badass, and she's a great written character, but she needs help once in a while through those first 3 films. Dana Scully, again, big X-Files fan here, but yeah, sometimes she would need Mulder to help her out, and if she was caught in a situation, and then. My last example that I said was The Bride from Kill Bill. Uma Thurman's character, yes, kick ass. One of the best, kick ass people in the last decade, in my opinion. It's probably, that movie's older than that, but you know what I mean. And look at it. If you watch Kill Bill 1 and 2, like I said, she gets her ass kicked, and in a couple of fights in the scene. But again, overcomes, comes back, adversity, that's how you sympathize. That's how you make a good character. That what makes us, the audience, sympathize with your character. I have no problems with females being leads or starring in their own film, but don't make them out to be, the greatest thing ever, and they have no problems, have no difficulties, because I'm not buying that, and I don't want to see that, So that is just my rant on this particular subject. I will be doing more videos like these, when stuff hits, but I haven't given up on the gaming aspects. I know I haven't released a gameplay video in a while. Probably won't until Starfield, if I'm being quite honest. Unless I pick something up. I still haven't picked up Street Fighter 6. And Diablo 4. So if I pick those up, which may or may not happen, I will do videos on those. But Starfield, if I don't get those, Starfield for sure, we'll be seeing gameplay for that. That is due out in late September, I believe. So yes. Also, if you like me, my personality, the way I do shit, I do have a podcast called Sinder's Playground, and you can find it on Spotify, Amazon Music, Audible, Google Podcasts, and lesser known places where you could listen to podcasts. Only thing I'm not on is Apple, because they're a greedy company and you have to pay to put your shit on there. So I refuse to do that when all these other platforms allow me to do it for free. So why should I pay money? Like I said, I have other avenues I could use, Anyway, so definitely check out the podcast. This week we just released the first Sinder's Unexplained. This is where I take a case I find on the internet that I find intriguing, and I talk about it with my co-host. This is the first time we're doing this. It's something different from the normal geeky stuff that I talk about. So if you're into that stuff, give that a listen. But if you're just like geeky stuff, there's something for you to listen to as well. So I am Sinder. If you want, follow me on Instagram at Sindesr666. You could message me, DM me there. Just if you want the particular show for me to cover, or just to comment and suggest stuff, I will be happy to hear it. So till next time, this is Sinder, and I will talk to you later.